Hello guys, good afternoon. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So guys, I hope you all are doing well with your exam preparation and all. In this particular session, we are going to discuss digital banking. So I would say it is one of the most important topic for your all banking examination. So many questions which can be asked from this particular unit. Even if you see that particular previous year examination paper and others, so many times that particular examiner asks so many questions from this particular area. Like about the question is about NPCI, National Payment Corporation of India, and even the basic services of NPCI like BBPS, UPI, BHIM, QR code. Apart from these particular areas, some international regulators like SWIFT and others. As my experience from this particular unit, the most of time the examiner asks the questions related to current affairs. So the questions can be on a fundamental basis also, but most of time they ask the new initiative taken by these particular banks, or we can say especially that particular Indian banks. In this entire session, we will discuss the overall areas related to digital banking and the new initiative taken by RBI, NPCI, and Government of India. So these are some key study area. I hope most of them you must heard about these particular tools, and even I hope you guys use these particular instruments in your real life. Take like if you make some payments at any retail shop and others, you use a UPI application, BHIM application, or even for fund transfer, we generally use NEFT, RTGS, IMPS, and others. These are some tools we will discuss in this particular session, like. The basic introduction to digital banking or Indian payment system. Then this particular organization is very important for your examination purpose. NPCI, National Payment Corporation of India, and it's a services. There are so many services which are provided by NPCI, and this particular organization is known as we can say an umbrella organization for retail payment and settlements in India. So why umbrella organization? Because most of your digital transactions or digital application and others are work under the shadow of this particular organization. So which is founded by RBI and work as per the guidelines of the Reserve Bank of India. And there are some other tools like CBS, core banking solutions, and CTS, that is check truncation system. So we will discuss the key differences between CBS and CTS in our team. And even there are so many online tool or digital tool like Unified Payment Interface, UPI, BHIM, Bharat Interface for Money, BBPS, Bharat Bill Payment System, AEPS, Aadhaar Enable Payment System, and NASH. Apart from these particular tool, there are some common tool we generally use in internet banking and others. These are like NEFT, National Electronic Fund Transfer, RTGS, and IMPS. So we will discuss these particular point also. For international transfers, we generally use SWIFT and NFS, that is a National Financial Switch, which basically used for we can say to manage. A shared network of ATMs, automated teller machine in India, and a SWIFT, that is an international organization which headquarter located in Belgium. So basically, the primary role of that particular organization SWIFT is to manage, or we can say to verify or to process that particular financial message in all, and even including wire transfer. So wire transfer, that is generally used for international transfers and all. I hope guys you must heard about these particular tools previously. Now in this particular session we will discuss these particular tools one by one, and we will also discuss the key examinations question on these particular area. Even so many time at the part of that particular banking abbreviations, you find some question from this particular portion. As in last examinations, the examiner is asked about that particular MDR, or even there are so many tools like a QR, quick response code, like a UPI, like a BBPS, like NAS, and these are some questions which generally ask in your examinations for abbreviation part, or even they can also ask the limit or the key feature of these particular instrument. Yeah. we have to study this particular unit in a part of fundamentals or as well as the current update on these particular portion. So we'll try to understand these particular areas, and before moving to these particular instrument, we will discuss the entire Indian payment system here. So in India, basically, we can say the overall services or the overall payment tools and others which are managed by NPCI, that is National Payment Corporation of India. And there are so many services we use, or we can say there are so many services which are catered by this particular organization, like you can see like BHIM, like NFS, like UPI, like CBS, CTS, and others. So first, we will go through that particular organization, NPCI. So NPCI, that is stand for National Payment Corporation of India, and this particular organization was founded in 2008, or we can say December 2008 by RBI. So that particular organization, which is known as an umbrella organization for retail payment and settlements in India. So why we call this particular organization as an umbrella organization? Because the most of banking or digital or online services which we cater in India, or these particular banks do provide these particular services, which comes under the shadow of this particular organization. Like if you are using BHIM application, if you are using BBPS, or if you are using UPI and others, so the key guidelines regarding these particular instruments or these particular applications are provided by NPCI, or National Payment Corporation of India. So as per Payment Corporation Act 2007, so this particular organization is came into existence from December 2008. So this is we can say a completely static oriented organization, or you have to understand some things, or you have to remember some things regarding this particular area. So in last year examination, there was one questions about an umbrella. Which of the following organization is known as an umbrella organization for retail payment and settlement? So your right answer was NPCI, okay, National Payment Corporation of India. Okay. So Payment and Settlement Act, this particular organization was founded as per the guidance of Payment and Settlement of Act 2007, and founded in December 2018 by RBI. So the primary guidelines for this particular organization is provided by the Reserve Bank of India and RBI, which is the market regulator for banking or financial system. Next one, its headquarters located in Mumbai, and the current chairman of NPCI is Vishnu Mohan Mahapatra, and the managing director and chief executive officer, which is Dilip Asvi. This particular profile is handled by that Dilip Asvi, sir. Okay. So these are some key facts we can say. So many times you'll find some questions from this particular on this particular organization. Examiner may ask about that particular chair, who is the current chairman of this particular organization and all. Okay. So this is we can say an umbrella organization for retail payment and settlements in India. And why umbrella organization? We discussed this particular point. So guys, the new initiative, or the overall we can say the overall role and responsibilities, the overall guidelines for these payment system and others, or even to boost that particular payment system and others. So that particular organization work on this particular area. So NPCI. Now there are so many services which are catered by this particular organization. I hope most of these particular services you study about these particular services in not like CBS, core banking solutions, that is internet banking services, or we can say net banking services, or the we can say the accessibility of the overall one bank to another, or one branch to another, or the overall system which you are managing on a centralized basis. So this particular core word is used for a centralized online real-time exchange, which define the working of this particular CBS. Next one is BHIM, Bharat Interface for Money. It is an Aadhaar-based application. We launched this particular application on 30th of November 30th of November 2020 post demonetization. And we will discuss the uses of this particular applications. Right now you can transfer 40,000 in a day by using BHIM applications, and 20,000 rupees per transaction limit. So these, there are some areas, some key workings, or some key features of these particular applications which are very important for your examination purpose. Next one is UPI, unified payment interface, for retail payments, for fund transfer, for others. So there are so many facilities which you can use under this particular application. So there are so many service providers right now which are working, which are providing that particular UPI services. BBPS, that is used for bill payment. So Bharat Bill Payment System. G. Padmavan was the recommendations committee, so we will discuss that particular portion also. APBS, Aadhaar Payment Bridge System, basically like a kind of that particular BHIM application and others. Those payments gateways which are linked with Aadhaar application and others. NAS, which is a clearinghouse for check and others. NFS, which manages a shared network of ATMs in India, and RuPay card services, which is also founded by that particular organization, NPCI. So there are number of services which are provided by this particular organization. So we will discuss these digital aspect of Indian banking system and others one by one, and we'll try to make some understanding or which kind of questions generally in your examination you face. We can say in your upcoming examination and others. We will discuss these particular point also. So first, and the common, we can say mostly the use application or the tool, that is an NEFT, National Electronic Fund Transfer. So I hope you guys, so many times you guys use this particular that particular gateway to fund transfer from one account to another account. Okay. So NEFT, as its name say, National Electronic Fund Transfer. So if you are planning, or if you are transferring fund from one account to another account within a nation, we can say within India. So this you have one option in electronic funds. It means by using internet banking. So if you are planning to transfer fund from one account to another within India, so there is a conditions, we can say, even you can see this particular statement. So in 2015, there is a tragedy, or there is a natural calamities which are faced by that particular country, Nepal. And most of Nepali citizens who live in India and earn some money. So there was a massive earthquake in 2015. I hope you guys remember that particular area. So there is a MOU signed between Rashtriya Bank of Nepal and RBI. So at the part of that particular MOU, so NEFT transaction, by using NEFT transaction, you can also fund transfer with this in this particular country, that is Nepal. But there is a limit of 50,000 per transaction. So examiner may ask about some questions regarding this particular country, how much amount you can transfer by using NEFT in this particular country, Nepal and others. So you have to remember that particular point. The other changes, we can say this is something new. So in December 16, 2019, recently RBI announced the time limit for that particular NEFT transaction is round the clock. It means round the clock. It means 24 into 7. So as you can see in this particular image also. So nowadays, previously there is a time slot for that particular NEFT, that is we can say 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. And there are only 23 shift, that is the overall shift of or batches of that particular NEFT is half hourly basis. But now we change that particular time duration, and now you can transfer anytime by using you can transfer fund by anytime by using that particular NEFT transaction. So it means 24 into 7. Previously, there was only a payment tool which was IMPS, Immediate Payment Services. So you can use this particular payment gateway is known for 24 into 7 gateway. But now, right now, we have this NEFT option also. So with effective from 16th of December 2019. So this NEFT facility, by using NEFT, you can transfer anytime you can transfer that particular fund anytime or anywhere in India by using that particular gateway. So this is something new that particular examiner may ask in your upcoming examination. The limit, as such, as per RBI guidelines, there is no limit for, no minimum limit or no maximum limit for that particular tool NEFT. So you can transfer the minimum denomination, that is rupees 1, by using NEFT, and you can transfer any maximum amount. So there are a few banks, like a few private banks, who cap their transaction up to 10 lakh rupees and others. But as per RBI guidelines, there is as such no limit regarding this particular tool NEFT. So guys, this is all about your NEFT. There are total number of shifts, that is 24, and not 24, up to 48, sorry, and overall batches we can say. And this particular tool right now working on a we can say 24 into 7 gateway, and there is on saving accounts, or we can say on individual saving accounts, there is no charges will be charged by these particular service providers with effective from January 1st 2020. That is the notification from Ministry of Finance and RBI. So you have to remember a few things regarding like the examiner may ask about that particular time duration and others, or the difference between NEFT, RTGS, IMPS and others. So you have to maintain these things, or you have to remember these particular things. Now, next point is next payment tool we use, that is RTGS, and RTGS, which is a stand for real time gross settlement. So what is real time gross settlement, or the settlement period for RTGS is a real time basis. It means, let's suppose if you are transferring fund to me on by using that particular RTGS or system. So if there is a problem in my bank server and others, so that particular transaction will bounce back at the same time. If there is no problem in my accounts or my banker side, so that particular transaction will credit in my account at the same time. So the time taken for that particular process is the actual time for RTGS. But in case of NEFT, let's suppose if there is some problem in my accounts, so that particular transaction can be on here for 24 hours. So RTGS basically, which is used for real-time transactions, and the customer type, we can segregate these particular tools. So for NEFT, it is a retail customer, generally used by retail customer, but for RTGS, that is used by corporate houses and business transaction and others, because the minimum limit is 2 lakh rupees. So there is a minimum limit of 2 lakh rupees, and maximum there is no limit. So you can transfer any amount by using that particular RTGS transaction. And the new timing is 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. right now. So you have to remember this particular time duration. Previously, it was 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. for normal banks, or we can say for intra banks. And for interbank, it was 4:30 p.m. For intrabank, it was 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. But now this particular time is changed from Monday to Saturday, all banking working days. We do not include that second and fourth Saturday because it's a banking holiday. So on banking working days from Monday to Saturday, you can transfer fund by using RTGS transactions, and you can transfer any amounts above rupees 2 lakh and more. So minimum limit, that is 2 lakh rupees for RTGS transaction. So there are some users, we can say the users gateway, or these are some important criteria which differentiate that which make a difference between NEFT and RTGS. Next tool is UPI, or Unified Payment Interface. So this was, we can say, it was a preparation for that particular demonetization team. So pre-demonetization, we launched UPI application. We means that particular NPCI organization, and post demonetization, they launched that particular BHIM application. But right now, there are number of service providers, more than 150 service providers right now. Those who are having their UPI application and providing these particular services. By using UPI services, you can transfer of maximum of rupees worth rupees 1 lakh, and there is as such no limit. So we can say you can transfer 1 rupee by using this particular application. Even there are so many additional services like quick response code. So you can pay you can use this particular application for payments and others areas also, like a challan fee and others, or even any retail payments and others. Okay. So this slogan, that particular slogan which define the working of that particular UPI application, that is less cash, more digital. So we generally, we as a RBI, we are working on that particular digital based economy and others. So we use that particular, we introduce that particular tool, so we can improve Indian digital payment system, or we can attract more customers by paying these such tools. So even in the duration of that particular COVID-19 pandemic, RBI also ask people to make payments by using that particular online tools and others. Even Amitabh Bachchan sir was the brand ambassador for that particular campaign, which is run by RBI. So because the cash, it may be the transmission of for that particular virus and others, because it transmitted from one end to another. So we generally promote that particular area. So UPI, that is a multi-account handling. So let's suppose if you have bank accounts with 5 Indian banks, so you can manage these banks by using a single UPI application. That is a basic or primary use of this particular account. So you can fund transfer from one account to another. You can make payments. You can pay bills and others by using that particular application. So there are some differences. We can say the key differences as of now. We just study about these particular area. So there are some key differences. You can relate these things by using this particular chart, like minimum limit. In case of UPI, there is no minimum limit, so that is 1 rupees. You can transfer that minimum transactions. For in IMPS, immediate payment services, again 1 rupees. NEFT, there is no minimum charges. So if examiner asks what is the minimum limit for that particular UPI, IMPS, and NEFT, then your right answer will be there is as such no minimum limit. Okay? And in case of RTGS, there is a minimum limit of rupees 2 lakhs. Maximum limit, in case of maximum limit, in case of that particular UPI, there is 1 lakh rupees. In case of IMPS and IMPS, there is 2 lakh, and in case of NEFT and RTGS, there is as such no maximum limit that is prescribed by that market regulator RBA. Timing, if examiner asks some question from timing part, so 24 into 7 UPI and IMPS and NEFT. These are three payment tools which work on around the clock cycle, we can say, or it is a 24 into 7. But for RTGS, bank working days from Monday to Saturday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. So as we discuss this particular portion, I hope by using this particular chart, you are quite clear about that particular, these particular payment tools and others. Okay? So guys, there could be so many questions that can be asked in your upcoming banking examination. In every banking examination, you will find at least 2 to 3 questions from this particular tool. So what kind of questions you can face from these particular 4 tools? It may be about that particular limit, minimum or maximum, or the other key features, or the abbreviation in others part. So I hope you guys got some concept and how these particular tools are used in others. So guys, in today's session, we discuss about what is digital banking. So now, basically, government of India or that particular market regulator RBI, which are working on that particular digital banking area, and even there are so many initiatives which is taken by this particular organization and others, so that we are working on that particular area. So I hope you guys got some concept regarding these particular tool. So if it is clear to all of you, then even if you have any query regarding that particular area and others, so you can write it down in comment section. Okay? And in next class, we will discuss the remaining tools. There are so many tools we can say, like BBPS, like NAS, then like APS, like even for international transfers we use wire transfer. There is one organization that is Swift. So Swift, so many times you face the abbreviations of that particular organization Swift, and role and responsibilities of that particular organization and others. So we will discuss these particular point in our next class. So in next class, first we will revise thing. Then after that particular area, we will go through these particular point, and we will discuss these particular questions with our quiz. So some questions I'll put in this particular session, and that will help you to analyze how you guys are making your understanding regarding these particular tools. So I hope you guys got some concept regarding digital banking. So this is a very common unit, we can say, and very important for your examination purpose. So in each and every examination, you will find one or two questions. So that particular question from maybe we can say from fundamental part, from current affairs, or the latest update, or the latest applications launched by the banking or financial institutions in India, or even that could be from NPCI and others. So this is it for this session. Thank you for watching this session. Bye bye. Take care all.